Several months ago, I made a video about the Atomos Ninja V and how most people should not use it or buy it. And that got me the most hated comments ever. It was so awesome. Thank you for all of you that subscribed and gave me a thumbs down or a thumbs up because the algorithm loved it. So today I'm going to be talking about this company by Andycine. I don't know who names these people. I'm pretty sure this guy's name is Andy and he just wanted his name on here. But this company did reach out and send this over to me to do a review. I don't have any obligation to them to give them an awesome review, but they probably saw that video and thought, hey, this guy wants something that doesn't have external recording and just is a good monitor. So after about 2 or 3 weeks with this, I'm going to give you my final thoughts because I've been using it pretty much almost every other day. But before we do that, let's unbox it. Here we are. It is the Andycine 4K A6 Max. It is a 6-inch touchscreen camera monitor with the F970 power kit. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but we are going to open up and find out today. Innovative user experience design. So it has 4K, I think input. It's a 1080 monitor, but it's a 4K input. And you guys can read, so you know what that means. And thank you again, Andycine, for sending me this for review. I am very excited to check this out as an alternative to one of those recorders like the Atomos Ninja, which I do own, but I am more excited about having just a monitor only. I will say that this box is nice. I love the print on here. So we have the little manual in here, a cleaning cloth, and yeah, we will put this to the side. Empty box. It's all inside this little carrying case. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I love it. It is nice. I love the red right here. This will stand out. So when I'm looking for gear and I'm going into my closet or on my shelf, I could see this. I could spot this. I have nothing that looks like this, but I have everything that is all black, which gets confusing. So having this is a nice contrast in finding my stuff. All right, so kind of reminds me of the Atomos Ninja one. More compact, although it is a bigger monitor. This is obviously a lot lighter. Obviously, the Atomos Ninja is an internal recorder too, so it is recording there with an SD card. Here, this is just the monitor only. Shieldish thing for glare on the side, so I like that. That's awesome. And then you've got your tangible buttons and your functions, your hotkeys, and a menu, along with that Sony battery that you would put in place right back here. Yep, that's what I thought it was. So this is a nice little hood for it. And look at that. That isn't bad. I mean, I obviously didn't put this on all fancy and perfect, but the fact that you could just put it on pretty quickly is nice. So you're outside, you don't want that glare. It is 500 nits, I believe, whereas the Atomos Ninja is 1,000 nits. So obviously the Ninja will be more supreme outside in bright sunlight, but the Ninja doesn't have this. I like this to get rid of that glare outside. So we have HDMI to micro HDMI. It's like they knew that I had a Canon camera that only takes micro HDMI. And here are the HDMIs. So you have HDMI out, HDMI in. So obviously this will go in, and then this will go over to my Canon camera. And then you can output a 4K signal as well. So if you want to bring it onto another monitor that's in your studio to show clients, they can even see it on a larger monitor as well, which is nice. So let's see what we have in this box. What I figured was going to be the battery. And so they do send you with a battery if you don't have any, but you can buy these very, very cheap and get larger ones as well on Amazon. And then it came with, look, a USB-C to USB for charging. And this one, which is a little bit different than what you typically will get, does have USB-C charging. So you can charge this directly. You can just plug it in right there. And this is already super light compared to the Atomos Ninja. I like that. My understanding is I can charge this at the same time. So I could have this plugged into a longer cord and power this right through that bank. So we have some mounting tools for this as well. So you can mount it onto your camera. All right, should we turn it on? Oh, there it is. And that was pretty satisfying. So just this alone is satisfying. And we have touchscreen, so you can touch any of these. But I think I should probably connect it and see what happens. All right, HDMI, 1080p, 60 hertz. So this one is 4K at 60 frames per second. So if I just tap, it doesn't do anything, but double tap. Cool. Double tap and then you can pick your stuff. I can go over to settings. You got volume. Oh, by the way, you do have a jack hookup right there too. So this could be hooked up by power all the time through the side. All right, all waveforms. Let's put them, look at, they're all on. So they're the waveforms. You don't need all of these on, but this gives you an idea. All waveforms off. The histogram in RGB. Focus assist. Oh, I'm curious. Looks pretty good. So 6 inches opposed to the 5 inches of the Atomos Ninja. And to give you an idea of the Atomos Ninja is a little bit smaller, but it is definitely heavier. When hauling it around, if you don't need external recording like the Atomos Ninja has, then this is definitely a lighter, more mobile route to go for monitoring your image quality. You do have all these options, so no signal, you could say it's a black screen. I could import some of my own LUTs on here, so they automatically apply. I know what it's gonna look like, so when I'm compensating for the shot, I know exactly what it'll look like when I edit it in DaVinci Resolve. I could change and save F1 and F2 as presets. The purpose of having a monitor like this is so that you know you're getting the composition the way you need it to be, and the exposure is right on along with focus. So these LCD screens built into your camera are nice and they're good, but they are also super small. They are dinky. This, you will know you're not missing focus at all. And if you have a Canon camera, well, you're probably not missing focus. If you have a Sony camera, if it's on autofocus, you're not missing focus. But it is good to know that if you're doing anything manual or if you're doing autofocus and your autofocus is off, you've got this to check it. Now, the thing I love about the Canon R6 Mark II is that when you do hit the record button, you obviously have that beautiful red blinking line around it that says that it's recording. It also says it's recording, but that blinking shows that it's recording as well. So I will say this balances very well on a Canon camera like this. It is definitely a lot lighter than if you had the Atomos Ninja V or V Plus, and you can actually make sure you're getting those shots. Plus, add on this little guy pretty easily. Put it on horribly, but at least you can bring this and it folds up pretty nice. Flattens down pretty good. Now, one of the reasons why I love having an external monitor is the fact that if you have a teleprompter like this one, I can't see straight on. I cannot see the LCD screen. And so the LCD screen is very difficult to see, but I can look straight up and see myself that I'm in frame. This is a review in the making. I've had this for about a month. This is the Elgato teleprompter. I will be straightforward when it comes to teleprompters. I just don't use them. Maybe I should, but this one is definitely awesome on so many different levels. The fact that you can show your computer screen on it and use it for notes or live stream when you're chatting with people and you can look directly at the camera. That is pretty amazing. Now, I did do several tests with the battery, but I also wanted to hear what Andycine had to say when it came to battery life. And their representative told me that you get about 3 hours-ish, 2.5 to 3 hours on a battery. And I have found that to be true. And if you do a bigger Sony battery in there, you're looking at 4, maybe 6 hours of battery on just one. Plus, if you're in a studio setting right here, you can just plug in directly. You can use the USB charging at the same time. And that is a great option. Now, a lot of people will say 500 nits, is that really enough for outside? And if you have that guard on, yes, I think it is fine. That little hood, I think it is okay. But where I'm using it is inside. That is the majority of the time that I would be using this monitor. It is not going to be outside. So in a studio setting, your lighting isn't going to be that intrusive where you're not going to be able to see the monitor. I will be leaving a link below if you are looking at purchasing this, but for the price, you honestly can't go wrong. If you are looking for an external monitor, 6 inches, perfect size. By the way, what do you think of this setup? I've been working on this for not very long. This is just put together pretty quick, but I'd like to do a lot more in my office, a lot more tutorials. So I kind of want to have something that is semi-permanent, where in my studio in the basement, I am kind of moving things around on a regular basis. And having something permanent like this would be a better idea for me. So you let me know, do you like it? Do you like the American flag in the back? Canadians, it's okay. I still love you. I'm not like virtue signaling about just America. I love Canadians too, and British, and all of the countries. You're all good. Love you. I also wanted to mention that there is a huge video coming out in the next week and a half, and that is for that 13,000 square foot mansion that I did video of. This one's going to be a little special for me. I've done a lot of research, and it's going to be more documentary style, talking about the history of this house, the architecture, and everything along with it, and getting not only the images, but video inside of this. It has an elevator that was restored to its original by the original company in 1920. It's amazing. The 2 staircases, the butler section, the underground tunnel, to the carriage house, which no longer is part of the estate, but the tunnel exists. It is amazing. That is going to be a documentary style video that I'm going to be doing. I love the history on these houses. And so if you are interested in that and you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and that video will be coming out soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring my bell. Oh, and don't forget to check out these videos here. I'm sure you're going to like them. They're good. I made them myself.